So this is KIAJUVERSE Gaming, and now I'm going to do my turret guide. And if you're wondering, yes, this is filmed directly after my parkour video. If you didn't see it, then I'd recommend watching it. Just search KIAJUVERSE Gaming Tanki Parkour. So for Smokey, it's pretty weak. So sadly though, I couldn't get any of my friends to get on, show properly how to use these. But Smokey and Wasp is actually a really good combination that I'd recommend using, but if you really must, then if you can afford it, then actually, never mind, you don't need to afford Hunter, you'll automatically get it. So, I'd recommend using Hunter with it, because it has really nice speed, and it's doable, but Smokey and Wasp is also a deadly combination. The way that Smokey works is that normally it fires, its shells are not good, normally. Okay, I guess I'm going to be doing the rest of the video on my side. So, Smokey is designed for work at mid-ranges, but the problem with it is that the shells decrease damage over a certain distance. But you can still, every fifth or sixth shot, you'll get a critical, which deals like a lot more damage than Smokey normally does. So it becomes an amazing gun. If you upgrade the critical chance enough, then you'll almost get criticals every other hit, which is deadly. There's just a few critical shots can easily take down pretty much anything. Maybe not Mammoth though. Okay. So I'm going to be using Black Paint because it's easiest. Firebird. Excellent with Wasp. Just because. Okay, now I need to wait until my equipment changes. Okay. Smokey and Wasp, or Smokey and Hunter, or Smokey and Hornet, really. Just use your discretion. Don't use it with super slow holes. So, Firebird. I am using M1 Wasp, and this is M1 Firebird. But its reload time is slow, but it can hit through multiple tanks at the same time and is deadly. So, imagine that the tree, the tree is facing away from me. The key to using this is you gotta come up from behind and hit them with fire. Burn them. Always attack them behind if you can. And then retreat after using roughly half of your fuel for light, using about a third of your fuel for light tanks, half of it for medium, and as much of it as you possibly can for heavy. Though, remember that the reason that you don't always have to finish off your opponents with it is because the burning time will get them definitely. It'll torch them alive. And it's a very, very effective gun for capturing flags and for death matches, because you can hit multiple targets. It's just a killer. Though remember though that its range is limited. I wish that I could switch my screen or something. But range is not that good. As you can see, it's not amazing. It's not ideal. And it takes time to reload. The M1 and M0 takes really long times. M2 is a little bit better. M3 is a lot better. Clearly, you know it's M3. But it's a very, very good gun. One of the best, I think, in the game to use. Yes. So, I might do another video where I actually test this and show you actually a better strategy. Freeze. This gun is, you use it quite similarly to Firebird, except that there is no burning time. There is no extended damage point. There is. Yes, I'm recording with my little brother. So, you must finish off your opponents.
But there's so many kills around here.
Freeze does look kind of strange, I admit. It looks really funky. But I have a friend, Pound Cake. Yeah, don't question his name. It's very good with Hornet. Dang, I should have switched to that. And surprisingly, with heavy holes on packed maps, on maps like Iran with streets, rather than being all open, it's amazing with mammoths, really. Because once you get to them, then they can't really bring you down too fast. It has a decent reload time, really good damage, and it has the unique feature of literally freezing its opponents so they move much slower. And it also slows down the reload time. An excellent way to properly use this is to attack from behind, similar to Firebird, and freeze them. Then, as their turret speed will be slowed, and they will be slowed, they'll try to hit you, but you can end up freezing them and killing them before they can even attack you. If you're a really good player with freeze and know how to properly use it, then you can take down multiple opponents while taking or dealing high damage to them while taking none in return. It's a very deadly gun. And in the hands of the right proper soldiers, it's amazing. Asida, this is really weird gun. No, I'm not gonna buy the Cupid kit. I'm not going for that. So Asida, I like it with Wasp, Hornet, or if you want to get funky, use it in narrow streets with heavy holes.
Mom, what paint should we get?
Now we're just gonna use black paint for the video because it's simpler. So it's gotta be all funky and strange because it works much better. It works very good with like a lot of different things, but I think that it really does shine with Wasp. And I'm going to be using black paint for this entire video. This is simple. You can actually it gives a nice depth. It doesn't look really nasty. And makes your tank look nice. So, Asida is really good with Wasp, especially in the M1. It's essential in team battles, as it says in the thing. As you can heal your teammates as they're fighting, which is insane. I'm using M1, so it looks a little bit cooler than it normally would. Though with what's really nice is just like you're literally a vampire. You're sucking the life out of your opponent, and it really does do that. I mean, like for the damage that you deal, it's not as high as the health that you get back, but I guess it keeps us from getting really overpowered. And with double damage, it doubles the amount of damage you do, clearly, and doubles the healing that you get. So it can beat almost anything as long as you have double damage properly. Okay, so the next gun is Hammer, I believe. I'm going from light. I did something. I don't know why I did smoky right away. So Hammer is deadly with Hunter. It has really nice speed with Hunter, and okay, so the key things about Hammer are its multiple shot radius, making it very good for taking on a large number of tanks, or for doing it at medium range. It's really good at medium range, and it's not meant for long range at all. Do not use this in long range. If you look, it fires multiple shots. It's like you gotta look like right in front of it. No, let's do it like this. Okay. Nope. Okay. Man, they used to have a feature where you could see the 3 shots. So it fires 3 shots. It's really nice. The recoil is nice. You can use it for hardcore quite well. Its damage is really high, and with double damage, it can take down many tanks. And also, contrary to what most people think, It's useful at somewhat long ranges. If you hit someone at the middle of this bridge, for example, they will still take damage. And long reload time is bad. Its turning speed is not exactly the greatest.
Go across a bridge.
But if you use it properly, as with any turret, it becomes a deadly weapon. Like murder.
Oh,
Yes.
good. That's a baby.
Tanki didn't have only turrets, and I said more at the same time. Okay, so twins.
Yeah. I like that. I like that better. I like that better.
So, hammer is good. Twins is really, really good if you're not exactly amazing at Tanki, because you don't need to worry about the reload speed and the high damage and impact force. It's pretty nice. It has enough range that it's not like a joke. It's not a joke, unlike many other turrets. So it's actually good for new players, and when upgraded properly, it's amazing for good players. The key thing to using this though is kind of a mixture of speed and armor. This is where Hornet is amazing, because it has a nice mixture of speed. Okay, I'm not gonna exit the battle. I'm gonna stay on. Lost 9 times. Bonus. 4-0. Okay, so. If you are attacking a tank, try to aim for the corners of the tank. This will screw up their aim, and it will allow you to deal more damage. Try to attack them at medium ranges with cover available in case there's other opponents to shaft. Like if there's a tree, it's there. You must be able to hit them and then retreat in case they are able to use. In case they decide to actually fire back. Most of the time, though. So if you look at the reload time, it's insane. It's amazing. It's good. So it's really nice. You don't need to worry about reload time much at all. Yeah. Woo! It's quite a good gun, and especially for like everything. It's just very good all around. Ricochet. This gun is nice with something like Viking. Viking or Dictator are very good with Ricochet. But you can use it with Wasp and Hornet, though it kind of isn't. No, it loses power, but it's nice to use. With a heavier hull, it becomes much more powerful, especially if you're on a map where you can pick up multiple supplies very easily. So it's similar to twins, but if you look when I fire, it has somewhat of a magazine. Each shot fires off a little bit, so it takes a little bit of time to reload for every single shot. No, with double damage. Although if you use double damage, I'm not sure if it deals double damage to you. I'm not sure. That's thing. Yeah, it does double damage to you too. So be warned if you have double damage. You can deal damage to yourself. It's dangerous with this because it's dangerous. But the ricochet function, it does not ricochet an infinite number of times. That is a really bad example. Okay. So if I were to properly fire this. Nope. More ricochet. You can't see but it will ricochet about 10 to 15 times and then dissipate. And I'm not sure if it loses damage after each ricochet. It should though. That's how physics works. But it's very good, especially if you aim at the corners. It's similar to twins in the way that you would use it, except that you use it at you try to use it as a longer type range. Use it as a little bit longer than you would with twins, and you'll get them. But if you disagree with my ideas, then that's not my problem. This is Vulcan. This gun is designed for use with Titan or Mammoth. It's amazing with either of those. So I'm gonna see if I can kill myself now. Okay, I'm die faster. I like those guns that you can kill yourself with and die faster. Okay. So this is designed for use in control point battles, CP battles, capture the flag, where you literally sit on the flag and be like, death to opposers! Don't try to use it with a lighter hull, because while it can be powerful, it typically isn't. The spin-up time is crappy. The great thing, the possibility of killing yourself from overheat is dangerous, but use it with Wasp, you die much faster than if you use it with a heavier hull, because you have much more health. The fire damage isn't too bad. Plus the range is very good on it. It has amazing range. So I'm not gonna see if I can kill myself with it. It takes a while, especially with a heavier hull. But the key thing here is defense. You must be able to it's meant for defending control points, defending flags. Not too amazing for solo battles. The damage that you inflict on yourself. It can't be healed by the members on the team. See, it took me forever to die with it. It's just the way that it's designed, so it works well. Yeah. Sorry that this video is really long. It probably is, but there's a lot of charts. Thunder is very good. There's a fast-ish hull. You can do Hornet, or actually shoot. Should have done it with Dictator. Dictator is much better. Then so I'll just start talking about Thunder. Thunder is very good for the splash damage that it does. And it's high damage as well. If you look at Thunder, where is it? Thunder. Then mid-range battles. Rounds of thunder explode on impact and damage everything within the blast phase. It makes it risky to use at short range, but may inflict self-damage. Goes well with any hull. It works best with fast-ish hulls. Really good as Viking, but I don't want to use it right now. The impact force is decent enough. Reload time is bad. Turning speed is not great, but his damage is pretty darn good. So, in combat, the key thing to using it is to stay far away from opponents. Don't try to get up close and personal. It fails. It's not meant. It's similar to Smokey in the kind of combat that we use. Do not try to use it at close range, as this will happen, and you will deal all the damage to yourself. There's a tank coming at you. Fire! It's not good for long. It's not good for short range. It's bad. Don't use it for short range. It's bad. See, look, you take a ton of damage when you're using it in melee. And this includes tanks. If you fire it at a tank who's right next to you, you will take damage as well. So when you're fighting against like a Firebird. If you're fighting against somebody with Firebird, you will die, because whenever you can't really retaliate, otherwise you make it much worse, and the damage of Firebird is very high. So this is extremely difficult. It's very difficult to use, but it can be deadly when you're fighting. The medium ranges, like at the end of this hallway thing, that entire like explosion that you see. Let's see if I can do that. Pause it. Okay, so pause it right there. Then you can see that the splash damage radius is bigger than that, but not a ton bigger. I wish you could upgrade the splash damage radius. That would be nice, but you can't. But let's just get double damage and kill ourselves faster. Okay. So it's very, very good for when you properly use it. Don't try to use it if you're completely new to Tanki, because it's not meant for that. It's just not. Railgun. Everybody says use it with Dictator, which is a nice combo, but I'm going to show you exactly what using Dictator, what it means, because the armor is high, the speed is not too low, and you're really able to properly use it. So with a light hole, many people use it like that. For example, they're always talking about, like, they're always seeing people using it. I don't know why. It's even an XD combination, but it's really, really kind of an annoying gun if you're not probably prepared for it. Let's say there's a speed boost right there. I'm going to try to take it out. It's kind of funny, because I don't have any other friends. I'm forever alone. But the great thing is, this thing is meant for precise shots. And you can really do that, because whenever you fire, it gives you enough time to properly, whenever you fire, you'll have a little bit of warm-up time. It's a negative because it makes it a little bit harder to use, but it's also a pro, because you can kind of get, so if you're aiming kind of by it, and not hit pause, you're aiming decently by it, like this, if you're trying to hit the double defense, then you can perfect your aim a little bit more and get it right on target. I know that I'm going to be spending a lot more time on this one, just because it's kind of hard to show exactly how to properly use it, because you can use it with the Dictator to deadly effects, because the damage defense allows you to properly use it. But with Hornet or Wasp, either one of those. You know, though, that its reload time is very high, so it's kind of a bad thing. So you do need to be careful with it. I know this video is probably going to be like 30 minutes long, but please don't hate. I know that it's trying to be low, but... Okay, so you're fast and agile. You cannot let your opponents know that you've just fired off a shot, so I did not see it. You must let them think that you are still deadly, even though you are not. Rewritten, this is using a long-range gun with a light hole, so you can properly scope out every target and be able to escape properly. The bad thing about this, though, is that... Okay, so if I'm trying to hit that box, and I'm trying to do a speed by shootout, then you need to start firing before you're actually going. That's the way that it works. Yeah, that's how. I don't know if I can quite... I'm not good enough with railgun. I don't use it that much. And you can properly go through and escape. It's a really good combination, and if you like railgun, then you know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, then it's really just it's a really iffy gun. If you are good with it, then it's amazing, but it requires a little bit too much skill that I do not have. So the last gun, finally, Shaft. It can be used with pretty much anything. It's very versatile. I'm going to stick with Hornet right now, because that's what I usually use it with. It's pretty decent with that. Though I'd recommend using it with heavier holes, if you can, because it works better. Man, this video's so long. I'm really wishing I wasn't recording this, but I am. So the key thing about Shaft is that if you're using it with a heavy hill, stay in one spot, but if you're using it with a light hole, the problem with it is that you must be able to do precise shots and then get away as fast as possible. Laser scope must be able to get the thing is, it's a laser scope that they added. Kind of makes it much more difficult to use because now you must take out your opponents before they see the laser scope too much. You must take them out before they completely spot the laser scope. I know it's kind of hard to miss, but you must try to do fast shots. It allows you to quickly reload again to make sure that you're completely ready. And it also allows you, because you must constantly keep moving if you're using Shaft with the light hole. It's like it's very dangerous to stay in one spot. Then an opponent can get behind you fast and ruin it. So use it for the light hole, and you will be happy. Or you can use it with a heavier hole. And if you're doing that, pretend that I'm using mana. Inching along very, very slowly. You have extremely high defense. So you can take those shots. So what you mainly do, you fire, and then retreat, recover. You know what? Just pretend that I'm moving slow. Retreat, recover while you're reloading. Fire. Fire. Retreat, recover. So what I like about this is that in a different map, or there's like a shelter, kind of like in this one here. You can kind of do it in this one, though it's not amazing. You can have a ton of snipers, 3, 4, 5 plus. They'll be inside and they'll set up almost like tripwires. If anybody goes inside of them, they fire. So you do need somebody to protect them. You should probably use Ricochet because it's high damage. But if you do it properly, then you'll have like almost a building that you can fire out of, making it's kind of hard to retaliate without getting shot at. Like pretend this is like a wall or something. It allows you to like properly take out targets. It's just a really good versatile gun. So if you like this video, like push the thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, then subscribe. If you don't, then don't. If you think this video is too long, then just say it in the comments. Yes, bye.